Just want to hop on here, finish sessions for the week. And I just want to hop in and say I really do find that the nervous system lens is so powerful to have that language and describe what the clients are experiencing through the language of the body and the nervous system. So, for example, clients with OCD, right? A lot of chronic mobilization energy. So, fight, flight energy, hypervigilance, urgency, threat detection, anxiety, right? Lots of sympathetic distress and using those compulsions to try and regulate um, that distress. Obviously, as we know, and we'll talk about this more later, how those compulsions are temporarily soothing and actually feed into, more obsessions and hypervigilance, right? But hypervigilance, stuck in that sympathetic state, cannot get out of threat detection mode, certainly, right? Can't get to that restorative, safe ventral vagal state of the nervous system. I mean, most clients with OCD are like, yeah, I don't even know what that is, right? And then what I see a lot, which was really hard for me, and looking back in my life, how I would go for chronic anxiety, sympathetic activation into dorsal vagal shutdown. And I would become numb, disconnected, low energy, low motivation. I wouldn't take pleasure in things anymore. And I look back on like little versions of me, and like especially in high school, I remember being like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like I like learning. I want to go to college. And yet here I am, like I can't do these applications. Like for, a straight A student, highly motivated, I would, what seemingly felt like out of nowhere, hit these really lows where I just couldn't do it anymore. I was a good track athlete. And then I would hit a point where I'm like, I feel low, I feel numb, I feel disconnected. I can't do this anymore. And it was so confusing for me at the time. And I wish I had this lens at the time, right? I just was very unsafe in my body at all times, felt very unsafe in my body. So I really oscillated between those two states, but I would go like long periods of time and then I'd feel really shut down for a while. And we also see a lot of freeze state, people that are saying like, I feel stuck. Clients will say, I feel frozen. I'm like, yeah, I bet it feels like there's a lot of energy in your body and nowhere to release it, nowhere to go. Lots and lots of energy, but I'm stuck. I'm frozen with all that energy. God, I know what that feels like, and it does not feel good, right? So oftentimes when they say certain things and I say, and reflect it back to them, but add in the language of the nervous system, they're like, oh my God, that's exactly how I feel. And I think that can be very powerful. More to come.